looking at a pick a card reading for what is your best quality or your best qualities. Every pile represents a different message. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So just take a moment, tune in, see if there's a certain number calling to or a certain pile, and you can find the timestamp below and we'll get started. Hi, Group 1. We're looking today at your best qualities. I'm going to tell you a little bit about yourself, and let's see what the cards say. Okay, so right away, I'm getting a really green, like a blue-green color that's coming up to me right now. So that tells me that you might be really heart-centered, have a very open heart chakra. You might be really connected with nature or elementals, fairies, like things of that sort. But I'm just getting this very green imagery before I even look at anything here. So let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I can see that you're a very passion-filled person. This might, others might perceive this as volatility sometimes in you, just because you get so wild-eyed when you're into something, or a subject comes up that you enjoy or that you just feel strongly about. So I'm seeing here with fire, passion, and volatility. Those are just very similar cards to me. So it's right off the bat just telling me that you're a very passionate person. And I'm also seeing this 8 of Wands here. This 8 of Wands is also telling me that just the base of who you are in context with these cards is that you're just a very communicative, passion-filled person who really has a lot to say deep down, at least, within yourself. I'm also seeing Green Man synergy. So I just get the feeling that you are, like I said, very connected to nature, but you're also the type of person that's really just, you're going to do things, you want to make things work in your life. Like you kind of know, you always know the path to pursue that will give you what you want, I guess. I'm also seeing this lotus flower unfoldment. So I just feel that you are somebody who might have experienced maybe some crappy situations in your life, but they really made you who you are today. You really grew from them and really blossomed. Maybe it was a little bit later in life, but whatever you've been through hasn't been able to keep you down. And actually, if anything, it's actually helped you become sort of like a mentor in people's lives. You might be very spiritually attuned. Like I said, I see a lot of connection with nature. So you might be very just spiritually attuned to finding the deeper messages that maybe others don't see very easily. You could just be a religious person. But you do have some sort of messenger quality about you, where you even maybe just in your day-to-day relationships, people seek you out for your advice or your insight on the situation. I'm also seeing here this indecision in reverse and all tied up in reverse. So what's interesting is that you also have the card Pisces. Pisces can be a very indecisive sign, and that may happen to you at times, but I see that you don't allow it to hold you back. I can see that your indecision doesn't keep you chained to inaction, and that actually you'll always, because you're such a passion-filled person deep within, that you will utilize that passion in a way that you won't remain victim to your circumstances. You won't remain in a place of stagnancy for too long, even though that might be your default. You make sure to move out of that space and to not let yourself become too stagnant anywhere. I'm also seeing 33 here, so, and with the word logic, I'm seeing this, you might be a master number in your numerology, maybe a 33, or else you're just a teacher, because I'm seeing this as in the context of the high priest here too. You're just a teacher to people. People look up to you in ways that maybe you're not quite aware of. But this green is what's catching my eye too. It's you use your sensitivities to everything to just give logical explanations to what's happening in someone's life or in your own life, or it's like you don't get too lost in your daydream sensitive world, even though that might be a tendency for you. It's like you always make sure you pull yourself out of it and utilize your logic just to the best of your ability. And then there's also sensitivity here. So paired next to this Pisces just tells me that you're just a very otherworldly, like sensitive being that can just pick up on the subtleties of life that maybe not everybody else can pick up. And even though you might have a lot of Piscean qualities to you, you don't let them hold you back. You utilize the highest elements of Pisces. So maybe you're very like humanitarian, or not humanitarian, but you're very just compassionate, sensitive, connected with nature. You just have love for your fellow human being. I'm just getting the idea that you're very empathetic. And I also see this time for a nap, this like moon. It's like you have a very dreamy quality about you. Yeah, it's just like you're a very just dreamy person. I'm seeing her like smelling this flower. Like you can kind of just get lost in like the moments of life and like just love where you are in a given moment. And this really translates to other people. I feel like people feel really at home in your presence, very calm. I think you're very calm energy to have around and very nature connected. And then I'm seeing this exchanging gifts here atop the logic and the 33, and I'm feeling like this, like part of like one of your gifts is the fact that you're able to give you're able to teach people like things that maybe they wouldn't have been able to learn from anybody else. I'm just getting a sense that you're some sort of like mentor or teacher to a lot of people in your life. And I feel like you just have a lot to offer people in general with this exchanging gifts. Like you're just able to, like, you're not a leech, you know, like you're somebody who, when you communicate, when you interact with other people, they feel like they gained something from that interaction. And I feel like people really want to see things from your perspective. And then I'm also seeing the cat here, which makes me think that you might be connected to cats. Maybe you're cat-like, maybe you just get along with cats really well. Maybe it's your favorite animal, but I'm also seeing the fox next to it, which is a dog or like a, canine, but they're always very cat-like creatures to me. So I'm just sensing that you kind of just have this maybe cat-like quality to you that people really enjoy. And also just very spiritual. Both of those animals are very spiritual to me, and they're good at communicating without saying much, which obviously, I mean, it's an animal. But okay, so then let's see here. Milk and honey. This kind of goes back to what I was saying, where people just really want to see things from your perspective, I feel like you just offer a type of insight that is just hard to come by, and it's like you're really smooth, like you just go down easy like honey, like you're just kind of like a very I don't know, just like a very like easy energy to be around, and playful. I'm getting the sense that you're very playful, or you can be, but there's just sort of like this luxury about you where you're just able to get lost in a given moment. I think you really help people see the blessings in their lives too. I'm seeing this rainbow here, and I'm like kind of seeing it as, like I said, it has to do with you being able to give people certain perspective. Yeah, I think you're just able to illuminate things for people that maybe they wouldn't have been able to see without you. But, and then I'm also seeing the number 12. Because Pisces is the 12th sign of the zodiac, and then the sensitivity 12. I think it's just speaking to the fact that you're just very developed in your sensitive and compassionate and empathetic abilities, and that it's something that you really offer people. It's just really positive interactions happen because of that. and you just have a very dreamy quality about you that a lot of people really, really enjoy, and that you don't let life keep you down, and you don't let things that might be perceived as like a negative quality within you bring you down either. Like you're always you just overcome a lot, I sense. Like you've just overcome a lot in this life, and then I think just in the essence of your soul. Yeah, I think that's all I'm seeing for group 1. I hope that resonated with you, and I'll see you in the next reading. Thanks. Hi, group 2. I have your cards pulled here. Today we're going to be looking at your best qualities. And okay, so right away, I kind of get the sense that you're maybe a little bit of a heartbreaker. I'm seeing a lot of cards in regards to relationships. So either you're just a very loving person that finds themselves in a lot of relationships throughout life, or it has something to do with your higher purpose, but you are a lover. And let's see. Okay, let's get started here. So the Two of Cups here. It's just making me feel like you're just somebody who finds themselves in relationships quite often, and that you are just always like ready to give your whole heart. You see yourself in a lot of people. So it's like easy for you to get into relationships because you just are so, you're just aware of you're able to see yourself in the other. And also I just think that you just have like a loving personality. So then I have the Eight of Swords next to that. And this might be at the, like this relationship, like this ability to be in relationships might come at the cost of yourself sometimes. But also I'm kind of seeing this as the other person, where it's like they just feel like they are, like they're just wrapped up in you. Like you just have this ability to just really, like I said, just be just really like enmesh yourself with another person. I think your other best quality is that you're always trying to be the highest version of yourself. I'm seeing this Two of Cups with this higher purpose, just saying that like you very much are always trying to like evolve into the highest expression of who you are. So I'm also seeing Woman Holding a Heart, which again kind of just speaks to this idea that you're just somebody who's really just loving in your relationships. And then, but I'm also getting this kind of like very passionate, fiery type of energy from this spread. It's like you have a lot of new ideas, or maybe you're a fire sign, because I do have Aries here too, but you are very just like passionate and forward moving, and like you don't get stuck in one place for too long. And this could be in relationships as well. You're always just kind of going with the flow, I see here. One of your qualities is that like one of your good qualities is that you're able to just kind of like go where life takes you and not be too attached to any one person, thing, or situation. And I'm also seeing breath and breathe. So it's like when life does give you really intense situations, you're kind of able to just like take a second and just be like, okay, what do I do next? Or like, what is life telling me what direction is life telling me I need to go in? And then I also just get the idea that maybe you're just a very imaginative person when it comes to what you want to accomplish in your life. So it's like you have all these possibilities and ideas and things that you want to do and experience in your life. And what's a good quality about you is that you actually have the focus to do so. Like you don't just like burn out. You do really pursue your passions in life. And then I'm also seeing the number 9 come up a lot. So you might be like very much like a humanitarian, and just always kind of be like, you just want to take care of people or animals, or like you just do good for the world. Like I said, like you just seem like a person that just accomplishes quite a bit. Like you're just very driven, and like victory just finds you often. I just get this sense that you're just someone who wants to go all the time. Like you're just like, let's go, let's do it, maybe just like a brave person, but on top of your bravery, you're also just very free flowing and like kind of go with the flow. You don't try to take control of situations or control people. It's just more like you're just ready to to go full force at any given moment in your life. I don't sense that barriers hold you down at all. Like, there's nothing that can really serve as a barrier to you. You just will go around it. Like, you'll just figure out a way to, again, flow around whatever it is that presents itself as an obstacle in your course. 8, so I'm seeing 8, so you might kind of attract intense situations to yourself because you're such a forward-moving person, and you are just like never just you're never just like being stopped really from anything. So you might kind of just find yourself in intense situations pretty often, but it doesn't really matter because you're such an expansive person that you just have this like fire quality about you where it's just like you're burning, and it's like you'll consume or go around anything that presents itself as a problem to you. Again, I'm just seeing this emphasis on relationships. So like, even if you don't find yourself in many relationships, it's just like you have a long-lasting effect on the people that you've been in a relationship with. Otherwise, you might be in a relationship that's really inspiring to other people. They might see like a lot of love that exists between the two of you, and that's just kind of like an inspiring thing for them. But I'm also getting the sense that you're kind of a heartbreaker. I'm sensing that you might be connected to like a forest setting. I feel really at home when I'm looking at this card. I just get a sense that like maybe you just really enjoy being in those types of nature settings, and it's just something that is just part of like you. Like you like nature, you like being in nature, and it kind of just, it's like your refresh point. It's like where you're able to go and just like be able to rejuvenate yourself, and just breathe and find quiet. Yeah, I think that's all I'm seeing for group 2. I hope that this resonated with you. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next reading. Thank you. Hi, group 3. I have your cards pulled here. We're looking at your best qualities. So let's go ahead and get started. Right off the bat, this is my earthy group, the 444. I'm seeing tons of 4s. I was when I was shuffling too. And I'm also seeing Capricorn here, which just tells me that you are somebody that's very connected to the earth, the home. You have a very like just solid footing under, like solid ground and solid footing in your life. So let's go ahead and get started here. Right away, so I'm getting the sense of just very like Capricorn feels. So like either you are a Capricorn or you're very just like methodically approach your life in a way that's like just very grounded. I can see that you're a really reliable person. I feel that you're someone that's in alignment with where you're at in your life right now. Like you're not the type of person that like yearns for, something else. It's like you're just always happy with what you have at any given moment. I'm seeing the Ace of Pentacles here, which also is another card of earthiness and of the home. So maybe you're really connected to your home life. I'm feeling that what it is that you find a lot of pleasure in your relationships. This is like your romantic relationships, your relationship with children, your relationship with your family. I just feel that you have a deep appreciation for the connections that you share with other people, and that you are really reliable. You're a reliable person. They can always count on you, and you're just like a very sturdy, stable symbol and figure in a lot of people's lives. And I get the sense that maybe right off the bat when people first meet you, like there's so much more to you than what people realize. Like you're somebody who over time, as someone gets to know you, it's like there's just all of these qualities and just all of these things about you that show themselves slowly over time. Maybe you kind of come off a little shy at first, or like a little bit like hard, but like really what I'm saying is like a really warm person that so many people just like look to for stability in their life. one of your best qualities I'm sensing is that when you sense that something's not right for you, that something isn't working for you anymore, you have no fear in completely starting over again. I'm seeing multiple symbols about the Ace of Pentacles, which is starting again, new beginnings, starting again, and the Fool, starting again. This is just telling me that you have such an ability to just decide, okay, well, that's outlived its usefulness to me, so now I'm going to let it go and pursue the next thing in my life. It's like you just have this fearlessness with letting go of stuff that's just not for you anymore. And I just get this sense of home, like you're just at home wherever you are in life. And I see that you have a nice an appreciation for new life. Like maybe this is like babies or just like feeling renewed in your own life, but whatever it is, it's like you just have this ability, like I said, to just start again at any time when you know it's right for you. And you can just find home in any situation. Let's see here. Yeah, again, like your relationships are just your happy place. It's like through connections you find healing and you find your personal happiness and health in there. I'm getting a lot of green, so I'm sensing that maybe you enjoy being out in nature, or you just have a very loving and open heart. And I just see that like blessings they're always in your life because of your ability to just take care of people and just really, show up for others, that you're just constantly blessed in your life because of it. You're just so transformative at any given time in your life. You're just like, okay, time to be born again, and you just do it. Yeah, I think that's all I'm seeing for group 3. Again, you're just really connected to your home life. People see you as a very solid foundation in their life. 444 is like a big, significant number to you. So pay attention when you see that. It's just an affirmation that you're exactly where you need to be. You're a foundation builder. You build structures that are long lasting in your life and in other people's lives, and you're just always willing to start fresh when that's necessary and to transform a situation when it's time. So I hope that this reading resonated with you. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I will see you in the next one. Thank you. Hi, group 4. I have your cards pulled here. We're looking at today your best qualities. So let's go ahead and get started. So right off the bat, we have the Prince of Cups, Between Worlds, and the Two of Swords. What this is telling me is that you're somebody who really is able to get in touch with your more intuitive, emotional side, and that you can kind of cross the veil, so to speak, between what's happening on Earth and all around you, and really reach into this creative side to yourself. And it also seems like you're very intuitive and you make decisions not just on logic but also following your heart or just what your gut tells you to do. I can see here that this Between Worlds card is that it's like you're almost able to like reach over to the other side and bring back information that contributes to your creative abilities in this life. I see this co-create here. This is basically just telling me that you're like a very creative person, especially paired next to this Mars card. It just makes me feel like you work well with other people. When it comes to your creative abilities, it's just something that you're just really able to take action on things. You're very driven. You're very You're very transformative. Oh, and that's funny because I have transform down here. I just get the idea that you're able to change situations like a magician, so to speak. Like this magician card here, in between those, it just makes me feel like you're able to take one thing and change it into something else just based on your complete creativity that is just at your fingertips. It's like you just have a very magician quality to you. I'm seeing a lot of threes. This also speaks to creativity and also working well socially. I feel like you're a very social person and you work really well in groups. I see celebration here. Even though she's alone, I really feel like this just speaks to you being, again, a very social person and getting a lot out of being in groups of people. You probably have a lot of friends. You seem like a really exciting person with this excitement card here. And that's paired underneath the Mars card here, which just tells me that you're like a very excitable person. You're just kind of like the life of the party is what I'm hearing. I feel like you have a lot of blessings in your life, but you're very grounded. Like you have a lot of things that I think other people would just think like, you're so lucky, but really it's like you're just able to make wine from water. You know what I mean? I'm getting a very fire sign vibe here. So you could also, and I always feel like fire signs like love having kids or like have a lot of kids. So you might just be somebody who creates life very easily, like whether it's an actual life or you're just like I said, you just are very life of the party. You just give things a pulse that not everybody can do. And you can transform things in your life really easily to be of benefit to you. I think a lot of people might envy you because of the fact that you're just so social and you're just so popular, it seems like. I just get the sense that you're a really unique person. I think even though you're like very transformative in your energy and that you can kind of create something from nothing, you're not a control freak. Like you're somebody who just releases control and you can kind of just observe a situation and then do whatever it is that you need to do to make it more exciting, more fun, more social, or just bring out your passion in the situation. I'm getting a fire sign, so you might be an Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, or you might be an air sign as well. I'm maybe like an Aquarius, Gemini, Libra. Yeah, I think that's all I'm seeing for group 4. I hope that this resonated with you. I hope that you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in the next reading. Thank you. Hi, group 5. I have your cards here. We're going to look at your best qualities, so let's go ahead and get started. Okay, so I'm seeing a few things in this pile, one of which is we're going to start here with the Devil card. We have Devil, 5 of Cups, and in between that we have Surrender. So what's interesting to me is that right off the bat, like those seem like negative cards, but what I feel like it's telling me is that you are somebody who's really able to surrender to situations that might seem negative in your life. Like you are not the type of person to get caught up in negativity or loss or just general emotional turmoil. You're somebody who can just release it and surrender and then just alter the vibration to make it something that's more suited to you. It's just this beautiful sense of just being able to let go and just heal any given situation that presents itself to you. I can see that you're a very loving person because of this 4th chakra here. It's also right next to the Devil. It seems like you're such a kind person that sometimes it might come at the cost of letting somebody take advantage of you maybe or something like that. But it just seems like you just really value people. You really value making people feel loved, even if it comes at the cost of your own happiness. But again, if that does happen, it doesn't matter, because you're so able and willing to just surrender to a situation and transform it, that it's not a big deal. I'm also seeing here breach. This breach is, I feel like, speaking to this idea that, especially with this vibration paired closely to it, I'm just feeling that like you can reach past people's hard exteriors or reach past difficult situations, and you can just change the vibration of what's existing at any given situation or with the person in front of you. It's like you're not afraid to surrender to like people's loss or their volatility, or if people get upset with you, it's just like, or are upset in general, it's just like you seem like the type of person that can just soothe any situation. Like you're just a very soothing person. I can see that this soulmate card here, I feel like, again, this speaks to the heart chakra on the other side of the spread. I just feel like you're just a really loving person, and that you're just willing to like give yourself wholeheartedly to any person or situation. I'm also getting the sense that you might be really blessed with money. Like you might just know where to, because I have Treasure Island here, and it's underneath Door to Value. So it's like maybe you're just really able, you have this keen sense of being able to like know how to obtain treasures in your life. And I feel like it's a gift because of the fact that you're just so kind-hearted and you're such a soothing person, and that you're so wholehearted in your approach to people, that it's like the universe rewards you with like monetary value, because you're just so kind, like on the deepest level. I feel like you're really good at working within limitations. I feel like that's a really big thing for you, is that like you can go into a situation with a lot of limitations, either presented to you or working with another person that's very limited, and you're just able to reach them in a way that maybe nobody else really can. It just seems like you're really blessed, like your life is really blessed, either monetarily, or you just have so many blessings to share with other people. It just seems like you're not afraid to get messy with people in their messy situations. Like you just know how to surrender to the negative emotions to life and just turn them into something beautiful and soothing and kind. I feel like you act like a spiritual guide to a lot of different people, or like you're either spiritually guided by something, or you are like a spiritual guide to a lot of people. But I just get the sense that you're just really able to like connect with people in a way that is really unique to you. Let's see here. You might also be connected to music in some way, either you play music, or you just connect with it, or you're just a really just a soothing person. Like there's something about your sound, because I'm seeing a lot of blue too. So maybe you have like a throat chakra, like the way you speak to people is just very like calming for them. But something about you is just very it's sound related. Like something about you sounds nice, or you sound nice, or you can create music that heals people. Yeah. I just see you as a very serene type of person. I do get the feeling that you're just like, you really brighten people's lives. Especially people, I feel like people who've experienced a lot of troublesome things, they seem to be really attracted to you, because you're just able to transform and help them transform vibrations, and like really help them build foundations for like future, like just for things in their life that are coming up. Like I don't know, there's just this very blue quality about you. Like you're just very calming. It's like a very calm fatherly figure. And the reason I say father is because of this Saturn here. It's just like I said, you're just no stranger to limitations, and you're just very like let's lay the foundation for something solid. Like let's break past, whatever barriers seem to be presenting themselves to us, open ourselves up to love, and just really connect with people in a way that makes them feel safe. I think that's all I'm seeing for group 5. I hope that this resonated with you. I hope that you enjoyed the reading, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Hi, group 6. I have your cards pulled here. We're going to look at your best qualities. So let's go ahead and get started. So right off the bat, I'm noticing suns. There's a lot of suns in this spread, which is telling me that you might be somebody with a really sunny disposition. Like you're just kind of pleasant to be around. You're just sort of a cheerful person. And then I'm also sensing that you're like a highly creative person, that like you're kind of like a leader. People want to follow you. You're very creative. So let's go ahead. So I have the Ace of Wands here. This tells me that you're somebody who has a lot of ideas, and I feel the reason why you have a lot of ideas or a lot of things to say is because you're just a very introspective person, in the sense that you like to ask yourself a lot of questions, because I have why here. So I get the sense that like you have all these great ideas and a lot of knowledge, or just ideas to share with people, because you just have this ability to just kind of question things and look into things and study, and like it's just a very cheerful and like inquisitive type of energy that I'm sensing. And then I also have deep knowing here, which is next to that. So maybe a lot of your ideas, or just the idea of like you just being like this very I feel like you're just a very inspired person because of this like deep knowing that you have. Like maybe I just get the sense that you have a lot of knowledge, because I'm looking at this book and I'm looking at this deep knowing. So it's just like a lot of like life knowledge that I want to say. Maybe you've just experienced a lot. Maybe you read a lot. Maybe you study a lot of different subjects. But I'm just getting this idea that you're a very inspired, creative person. And then I also have the Magician here. The Magician sits in between the Ace of Wands and this creativity card. So this just tells me that you're just somebody who's kind of like, maybe like a jack of all trades, but really just somebody who can just do a lot with very little. I get the sense that you're a really intuitive person, or that you have a lot of like third eye type of knowledge, because we have deep knowing here, and we also have the 6th chakra. So just maybe you have like and this sits underneath the Magician here too. So maybe you just have like a very open third eye, and you're just able to like see beyond. And this might inspire you a lot. I'm also seeing this home. So maybe people feel like they're at home when they're around you. Or you just have the ability to create like a really beautiful home. Like people come in and you're just like very much like a homemaker. Like everything is just sort of like just really cozy and comfortable. Or you make people feel that way. I'm sensing something about you is very like, it's like alternative and unique. Like you try things out with a new approach that a lot of people don't really do. But I get the sense that you're just like, you like to take care of things, like with this No Place Like Home and this Rebirth card. I'm seeing this as like taking care of like children or animals, or just being like a very warm presence in a lot of people's lives. And then I'm also seeing that you're very you have a lot of reflection. You have a lot of reflection on things in your own life, maybe big subjects that you're interested in. You just kind of reflect on things that give you creative inspiration. I feel like you gain a lot of personal happiness from from looking at the spiritual side of things, I just get the sense that you're like a very kind of like lucky person, like a happy-go-lucky or lucky, or you just have a lot of knowledge in regards to just the other side, and you're just willing, it just gives you pleasure to like research it and to like get familiar with like kind of unique subjects, or maybe you're just into like alternative modes of healing or something like that. I'm seeing a lot of book imagery, so maybe you're kind of a bookworm, or maybe you just, like I said, really enjoy gaining knowledge about different subjects. But I do get the sense that you're a leader. And I'm seeing this childhood innocence card. I just feel like you have this connection with children at the home or something like that. Like maybe you just make a cozy place. I'm just feeling that you're really in connection with your higher self. You're really in connection with your higher self, and you're just really able to just like kind of access the magic of life. I'm sensing like you could be an Aries or like a fire sign. I'm Leo, Aries, Sagittarius. I am getting kind of fire sign heavy influence from this spread. Or maybe you just have those types of qualities. You do have a lot of I think you act as like not a protect, maybe a protector, like maybe you protect, or you just have this like very like solid foundation in your life when it comes to your spirituality and your creativity, and it just makes people feel really good, because I am seeing a lot of 444. And I'm seeing this in the context of your relationships, of your just connection with spirit, and just the way that you present yourself. There's something unique about you. Unique or alternative or something like that. But it's interesting because your spread, like, it seems like on one half, like, you can go inward and be, like, in a very, kind of like a, just like wintry, dark place, but you exude warmth with other people. It's like you take reflection, your inner reflection, and then you turn it in to something warm that other people can follow the lead with. Or you can inspire others really easily. I think that's all I'm saying for group 6. I hope it resonated with you, and I'll see you in the next reading. Thank you.